Hey guys, Omni here. I just want to give you guys a quick little update. We had two pieces of news that dropped today regarding the DC universe that I just kind of wanted to touch upon a little bit and get your all's feelings and thoughts on. So let's just start with the little one here, and it's not really a big deal, but Michael Keaton was on Jimmy Kimmel the other night, and the question was asked, can he confirm that he is indeed going to be in the Flash film? And he said, at this time, I cannot confirm that, but we are still having those discussions, so who knows? So right now, it's still up in the air. The talks are being had. So at least Michael Keaton himself has substantiated all of that, which we knew. That all the fact that there were talks going on, we already knew was not the problem. But they have yet to come to a deal or come to a close on a deal, at least officially, or at least in a way that they can publicly announce that he is indeed going to be in the film. So that's just a little update that I wanted to give you guys. Right now, the only confirmed person to be reprising the role and don the cape is Ben Affleck for the film. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we get this Keaton wrap up into the Flash film, and we get to see all kinds of fun stuff once they dive into the multiverse. So the other thing, which I thought was much more interesting, and this is the one thing that I really want to get your thoughts and feelings on. Because, the Snyder Cut, as we know, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, they announced that Warner Brothers approved reshoots for the film to shoot new footage with the original cast, or at least as much of the original cast as they can get. We got a new member added to the list from the reports coming out of the Hollywood Reporter, their sources. Nothing hard-hitting, nothing straight from Warner Brothers, but THR has a reputation, and I think it's fair to say if their sources, and multiple sources, which they say, are claiming that Jared Leto is being brought on to film reshoots as the Joker for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, the Clown Prince of Crime, his version will be being brought back to life for the Snyder Cut. How do you all feel about that? Because I know there's a lot of mixed reception on his Joker, and honestly, as much as I was okay with Suicide Squad, I didn't hate it. It's definitely not one of my favorite films, not the version that we got. I never really was able to give a good opinion on his Joker because everything, the interesting bits we saw from the trailers, a lot of those ended up on the cutting room floor, and we didn't really get to see him. His part was greatly reduced, and as much as what we saw was okay, it wasn't like impressive. It didn't really push the limits on anything, and I don't know. I just don't feel like we had enough time with his Joker to form a fair opinion. I know people are just like hating on the look, the way he acts and stuff like that, but I don't think we got enough of him to really give him a good chance, So that's my stance on it. And I know there's a lot of varying opinions. We can go. Some people loved it. Some people avidly hated it. But, I think this also potentially furthers the potential of the Ayer cut. And he, of course, himself, David Ayer, is really still pushing this with a recent tweet of his talking about how, man, I just watched my full cut of the movie and it's freaking awesome, blah, 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 talking about hyping it up. And we know that AT&T has even commented on his own tweets before saying that, one project at a time, we'll see where it goes from here. And who knows? His is ready to go. From everything that he said, everything that he wanted to be in the original version of his film was already filmed. There's no refilming that need to be done. There's no post-production that needs to be done. It's just ready to go. They just have to greenlight it and give it the go-ahead. Because they just came in and recut his film. A lot of his stuff was already done, and they just edited things out and rearranged some things to give us the film. And then they did reshoots and inserted stuff in that got us the film that we got in the end. So, and most of what was on the cutting room floor was a lot of Jared Leto's stuff, but they're going to be bringing him back for the Snyder Cut. And to what capacity? What's he going to be? Is it going to be a flashback? Is he going to have something to do in the film? I don't know. I really want to know your thoughts. How do you all feel about Jared Leto's Joker coming back into the fold, having a role, however small it might be, in Zack Snyder's Justice League? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts on both these stories, and we'll carry on the conversation after the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody.